Good morning, it's Sunday, it's coming up to 7:30 and I'm at a car meet and we've got all the usual ingredients. The sun coming up behind the coffee shop where everyone hits for coffee, and you look at the cars here. We've got a GT3 RS here, we've got a Cabrio, we've got an A86, we've got a Huracan with a Liberty War kit, and here we've got an MX-5 on BBS with a yellowed out front end, a couple of BMWs here, the Honda Insight, one of the first eco cars, all Mugen kitted out, Type R, 350Z, all tricked out. We've got another one there, we've got another one there, we've got 4 FDs coming in, we've got more 350Zs, we've got an 86, it's all the usual stuff. And Kuntu's Jägermeister E30 as well, and one of these small little Mazdas that they dress up as Imprezas, and I absolutely love them. But I'm actually not here for this. I'm just using this to pad out my video. I'm here for this. Das Haus. This is a new space in Bangkok. Coffee shop, restaurant, exhibition space, all that kind of thing going on in Bang Na. And right there you can see Bang Na Dad, the elevated tollway. So we're literally about 200 meters off Bang Na Dad. So super convenient to get to. But I want to show you this, but actually first of all, let's just look at this absolutely stunning 3 Series with a beige leather interior, left-hand drive, wooden steering wheel, Nardi, Alpina wheels and down on air. But actually what I want to do is show you this, because this is amazing. This is a huge new exhibition space, just opened a week or two ago. And you look what is here, 2 E-types, 1 convertible, 1 coupe, 1 Hako, a man with one of the best Supras in Thailand, Montreal, Mercedes. Then we've got the classic Mazda Cosmo 308 there, Aston Martin 356, and a lot of people hanging around and a lot of really good aircon in here. So I want to show you all this, and I'm just using the car meet basically as a filler to pad it out and keep the eyeballs, keep you watching my video. But before the sun gets too high and too hot, we're going to look at the car meet first. I want to show you this Oldsmobile here because this is absolutely mental, and this is what coming to a car meet on a Sunday morning is all about. You look at that, that is crazy, that has woken me up completely. It's got the 442, and you look at the lights here, he's deleted the inner light, it's got an air intake there, the outer light is an LED, but that wrap is just waking my eyes up. Bonnet pins and a lot of chrome. It's really beautifully done, and he's running down on these kind of California style wheels, which are 205/70/15. So we've got a whole kind of American bozo style mixed into this car. Blue seats, he's got Tom's classic harnesses, big chrome boss, big single gauge sitting on top of the steering column. That is absolutely beautiful. We've got the Moon Eyes balls on the aerials. The back end is a little bit more discreet than the front, but I like that a lot. And then we look at this crown, and this crown is amazing. And it is sitting down on these 15-inch R1 Impul wheels. They are really nice. You can see he's got the right cap on there with the dice. Wooden Momo steering wheel. They got really beautifully colored Impreza WRX coming in. But this is very nice as well. And these wing mirrors right on the front of the wing, absolutely beautiful. You can see the JDM touches everywhere on this and the aerial. And then what do you say? This just raised the bling stakes completely. This Conti, I don't even know what size those wheels are, to be honest. If I can see 22-inch. That has just topped the bling stakes for the day. I thought that Oldsmobile and that crown were full on, but this is taking it to another level. And then we've got a rather nice R33 on work wheels here. We've got an Impreza here, rally spec'd out with the big wing and the big scoop. Man, there's some really nice stuff here. And then we've got a Boxster here, and this has got a few rough touches, the wheels, and a really nice leather interior. And then we've got another Carrera as well, convertible. So we've got 2 Porsche convertibles, 2 generations, 2 classes right next to each other. So the next thing I want to show you is this. It's a Peugeot 207 folding hardtop, and you really never see these at car meets in Thailand. That is absolutely amazing. I mean, you don't even see 207s at car meets. You don't really even see Peugeots at car meets here. We've got a 635 there that looks absolutely stunning on BBS. I showed you this BMW convertible just before, but here we've got a 240, and I really like this running on BBS as well. In fact, I saw that last weekend and it looked amazing. And here we've got a Mazda 3, and this has been tricked out and it's down on there, and I like this big forged carbon splitter. It works really, really well, flows really well with the OEM bodywork as well. And this is sitting on some pretty loud white wheels as well, and it's right down on there, as you can see. And then probably my favorite car at this meet has to be this mirror. That is absolutely epic. I love that completely. The full patina look, you can see sanded down his bonnet. He's just sanded it down because it hasn't even got rust on it yet. That is absolutely amazing, and is running on these tiny OZ racing wheels. 165 60 13 inch. How amazing is that? The rubbing strip stops about 2 centimeters short. I absolutely love that. It's got a big spoiler coming off the back for the aero. Twin exits, that is really, really nice. And then next door, we've got a Touring sitting on these big polished up split rim BBS. And right opposite, we have Jägermeister E30, which is an absolutely stunning car. And then also, I briefly mentioned this before, but I love these small Mazdas, and they dress them up as Imprezas. The first time I saw one of these, I thought my head was going wrong. They look absolutely amazing. All the detail there, the right blue, the right gold, STI on the hubcap as well, little Brembos on it, STI on the fog light cover. That is absolutely amazing. I'm not going to repeat what that says there, but something, a channel you should look out for. These are absolutely amazing. I absolutely love the way they get the 121 and drop this kit on and make it look like an Impreza that's been in the washing machine. And here we've got a really nice Lexus LS 400. I love the yellow on the Supras, and then you trick all these parts out and it looks amazing. So in fact, the owner has just opened the car up, and we need to nip around and have a quick look at this in more detail, because I said it is amazing. You look at that, that is full carbon. All the cover is carbon. HKS CEO signature, HKS cap in there. These braces are all carbon in the back as well. We've got HKS mats, HKS cap, everything HKS here, and it got the HKS brace, and we can see the back of those bride seats, which are HKS badged as well. We've got an HKS seat, man, and tools. That is absolutely amazing. And on the back end here, we've got, I really like these blue tinted big exhaust decks. It's got the rain light there, got the race towing eye there. This car has been absolutely done to perfection. So we're just going to leave it with the big HKS sticker there. In fact, there as well, and on there. So you can actually see all the parts that have gone onto this car are stickered around the car. That is an amazing Supra. And here is the man who is always cleaning cars at a car meet, the mobile valet. So we've got an R33, and I want to show you some of the cars along here, because this CRZ has been really nicely tricked out in black on these gold raised wheels with the spoon sport parts. I like this front grille here treatment. It kind of contrasts really well with the black. It's got a carbon fiber splitter on it. Then this is a Swift. It took me a second to realize that this was even a Swift. That is so modified, it's unbelievable. That front end is really, really busy. It's got Monster here, Narca duct there, carbon bonnet, top secret pins, and look at these air intakes and exits as well. And this kind of dive plate is like molded into the whole body. Air intake there, tow eye there, and it's running on these really nice white TC4 wheels. On the back end, we've got a big two-plane roof spoiler. We've kind of got like a little spoiler down there. We've got more aero pieces there. That is over the top completely, and we've got another Swift next to it as well. So we've actually got two Swifts here built up completely, and it should just look at the size of the endless calipers, discs and belts. They are going to stop this Swift absolutely dead on its feet. And now everyone is queuing up to take their photo on this ramp. So this place has got a ramp where you can show your cars off and take your photo with a Das Haus backdrop. Actually got a balcony up there, which I need to go up and check it out in a minute. And then a Mark I Golf convertible in left-hand drive with a cream leather interior. That is absolutely stunning. And those really period alloy wheels as well, OEM wheels. That is really what you want on a Sunday morning when you're out cruising. And in fact here we've got an early Alpha Spider boat tail, and that is also absolutely beautiful. What a nice thing, and what a surprise to find the owner of this car. Man who has an Alfa Romeo garage is making big waves in the Alfa world here in Thailand at the moment. We'll come back to that in a minute, but that is absolutely beautiful. I looked on these cars briefly before. They're not actually anything new, but we'll show them in a little bit more detail. This Huracan has got a Liberty Walk wide body kit. It's right down on there. It's an absolutely stunning job. I think it's one of Liberty Walk's better kits. This AE86 in tofu delivery livery, that is also absolutely stunning. And this is actually a car that was out on the Time Attack, the Bangkok Classic Car Time Attack at Impact Speed Park a couple of weeks ago. There's a lot of cars here this morning. So the second thing I want to mention is Rising Sunday. These guys do a car meet once a month. They get great cars, great quality of cars. So if you want to catch a car meet, look out for Rising Sunday. They do a meet once a month. So if you're passing through Thailand or anything like that, maybe you can hook into one of their meets. And you can see today, I mean, emphasizing my point, there's an R34 just come up onto where they take the photos onto the ramp. So there's some pretty good cars going to rock into their meets. And also the other thing that's very useful, Das Haus have got an absolute ton of space, which is very useful for an event like this where you're going to get a lot of cars. This village it's on is actually really interesting. This Impreza is absolutely beautiful. I love this color. I love the bronze wheels on it. Then we've got an XJ6 here on BBS. Now these are cars that do nothing for me at all, but you put an XJ6 on BBS, drop it down on air, and suddenly it becomes very interesting. And I also like the way he's a little bit more discreetly blanked out the Jaguar badge. Then we've got an RX-8 all in black, all absolutely stunning, full aero upgrade on that. And then we've got a row of Zs here. And also if you watch my videos, you know the standard 350 370Z doesn't do a lot for me, but when you aero them up, they look fantastic. This looks amazing with big race towing eye there, huge splitter, all that detail air intake going there, dive plates, and then Advan livery, one of the best liveries ever invented. We've got a 350 here that is slightly more discreet, but it's still got a lot of carbon fiber going on, a lot of Nismo parts. We've got one here in black and red again, or in carbon and red, and that is absolutely beautiful. And I like this quite detailed aero around there, and you can see big mouth going on there. Very beautiful car. And then we've got one more on the end here as well, and this has also got very aggressive front end aero, a huge splitter coming out at multiple angles. We've got two dive plates there, carbon bonnet. These are really nice looking cars. So we're going to leave all these sets. We've got a rather nice MX-5 here on gold and silver BBS wheels. We've got a Cayman here all tricked out. We've got an R34 here, but I want to take you over here as well. In fact, you just look at this M2. That is very nice as well. And while we're on that kind of light blue color, you look at this. This is a GT3 Touring. These are super rare here, just come into the country, and I think there's only about 5 came in the first allocation that AAS got. Anyway, nice to see one of these, and this is the first one I think I've seen in a while. The owner is just firing it up, so we'll just listen to that. So we'll catch that in a minute. And then we've got a beautiful 105, a 2000 GTV in that mustard color that I absolutely love. And actually many years ago, one of my first cars was a 2000 GTV in that mustard color. We've got another MX-5 coming in because we've got an MX-5 meet piggybacked onto this event. And then we've got another sticker that could definitely apply to me, Broke Boy Racer Club, or at least the broke bit definitely applies. So we've got an R34 here sitting on Nismo wheels and very kitted up, but we need to have a closer look at this. I showed you this when it was coming in, but to see a spider boat tail here on a Sunday morning is absolutely beautiful and so original. It's running on the original steel wheels and the original hubcaps as well. Red leather interior, wooden steering wheel with the Alfa Romeo badge in the center. That is absolutely beautiful. Everything is absolutely original in this car, apart from its highway toll receiver, which we all have to carry in cars anyway. 1750, that exhaust coming out at an angle. What a stunning car, and very, very rare to find in Thailand. And from that absolute discreet elegance of like half a century ago, we have a full in-your-face Z in yellow running on these Volk Racing kind of metallic blue wheels. You couldn't get a bigger contrast, and then we're back to that 121 Impreza wannabe. Man, what a lot of contrast going on here. In fact, I want to pull you back and show you two amazing cars, two totally different cars, a Spider boat tail and a GTR R34. Man, that is what Thailand is, a land of contrasts. We've got so many interesting cars here. We've got another R33 here, but look at this Mark I Rally Escort style with the big quad rally fog lights, gold period wheels. That is very beautifully done and very simply done. The interior is really nice, all those gauges, that racing style steering wheel. And here we have the cutest, I don't know, not person, but the cutest thing at the meet today. So have a quick look at this Honda sedan while we're here. Two-tone, really period. The stance is really nice, down on air. It's got fire extinguisher, it's got upgraded gear knob, Momo steering wheel. I really love these kind of period stickers, and it's a very small one on the dashboard there. Pretty stock, but just played around nice. It's got an upgraded lip spoiler, it's got fog lamps on the front, and then we look at this MX-5 with this No Pro front bumper, which I've never seen before. Imported by this guy, no surprise, from ST Auto, and apparently Conan tells me it took 10 months from ordering for this to arrive. I really like that, and you know my style. I love the big, huge air intakes. It's got master speed bezels, blacked out here, very, very nice, and this kind of eyelid here as well. It's a very unique car. On the side, it's running on these work wheels, and on the back, he's got a master speed rear wing on it as well. Love this color, love this car, and once he's finished it, that is going to look amazing. And that is the first time in my life I have seen a No Pro front bumper for an MX-5. I think the thing with this car meet is there are so many interesting cars rock up. Here we have an Integra DC5, and that looks absolutely amazing in blue, and you don't see these a lot anymore. They used to be really popular in Thailand, but very rare to see them. Type R, even more rare. Then we have a GR Yaris. And then we have a Beetle, all blacked out and running on a BBS style wheel. And then we have the new generation Z, which is also a car that is incredibly rare here. And even more rare is to find two in one place. And this one has got an upgrade kit on it, and it's on red plates as well, so it is brand new. The diversity of the cars here is absolutely amazing. We've got a row of 911s here, but here we've got an MC20. And you don't see these at car meets in Thailand very often. That is absolutely stunning, and it's as stock as it gets, because that is a car that you don't upgrade. And here we've got a 200 SX with a Veilside kit. And Veilside has suddenly got super popular in Thailand, and that looks really, really cool. And with this Veilside kit for the 200 SX, I really love the front work on it as well. The spoiler, the splitter, everything like that. It's very, very aggressive, and it gives a completely different feel. But just got to go back to that MC20, because what an amazing car. I've looked at these many, many times. I've talked you through them many, many times, but it is just an absolutely amazing car. And the allocation for Thailand is very small, so only get a few come in every year. And here we've got a GT4 in Castrol Rally livery, and that looks absolutely stunning. He's got his red nose on it, ready for Christmas, because we're right in the middle of November here. White Volk Racing wheels. That looks absolutely stunning. Really, really love that. Real piece of history. And then here we've got an MG EV sports car. We've got some brapping going on here with this RX-7. Modified up is just arriving. We've got Kuntu moving his Jägermeister car around. It's time I took you inside. It's time I got out of the heat. And the first thing I'm going to say in here is the aircon is absolutely amazing. So we've got cars and we've also got furniture, kind of the two together. But first of all, we're going to start with the cars, and we've got some just completely amazing cars. Right on the end here, we've got two E-types, a coupe and a convertible, a Type 3 and a Type 1. Now, you just do not see these two back to back in Thailand and not in the same color. And this one has just been restored by B&T Performance Retro in Chiang Mai, one of my favorite garages. And while we're sticking with B&T, we get onto this Hakusuga, which also comes from the same garage and is absolutely incredible, done perfectly. Then we have a Speedster sitting over there, and we just look at some of this furniture as well, because it's just crazy. I mean, I don't do furniture, but that is 72,000, and this cushion thing is 256,000. So I'm going to stay well away from them. Then we have a Montreal, and I absolutely love this guy. It's a fantastic story behind it. It's not been running for a year or two. In fact, the man there in the white shirt, or the light blue shirt and the white pants, is the guy behind the Montreal, and I'm looking forward to that being back on the road. Then we have a Pagoda here in this pale blue. Looks absolutely perfect. And over here, we have another famous car on the classic car scene, this Aston Martin Virage 6.2, 90s period, full-on body kit and wheels. And then probably the best car we have here is this Cosmo. These are super rare to see nowadays, and this one is in perfect condition. Got a 356 over there, and then we end with this 308, and we've got more furniture sitting up there. Amazing. So just going to take a walk upstairs and let's have a view from above. That is an incredible place. The aesthetics are absolutely perfect. It's like a warehouse. It's not too overdone. It's not too complicated. It's really clean, minimalist. I'm going to look down on that 308. That is beautiful. And then I just want to say, you look at this wooden chair. And again, I really don't know much about furniture, but that kind of looks like it's nearly collapsed to me, like it's broken. And this is an incredible 760,000 baht. So I'm going to stay well away from that, just in case they think I've broken it, and it is actually broken. And we've got another one on the end here, and this is 128,000. So an absolute bargain compared to that one. So we need to leave the cars for a minute and talk about Das Haus. I mean, I came here to see Das Haus and bring you this place, but I've got so sidetracked this morning. Anyway, we've got a great map here that we can look at, directory. And you can see here, here's the big exhibition space where all the cars are in. Here's the coffee shop, here's kind of the seated area. Then we've got two gardens and we've got two pet parks. And then we've got something here, and I'm not quite sure what this is meant to be. It's made out of old tires. It kind of looks like it's meant to be an octopus or a monster. I really feel like this is out of a movie or something like that. I'm just not quite getting the point. And here we've got a rocking horse, and it's actually been made out of an old Hoover. It's kind of an insect style or a dog style. And we've got another one here as well. We've got a rocking horse, and it's got like Hoover bits on either end, which have created an insect effect. And it's actually pretty neat, that. And you can see the seating area here, all shaded, so you can sit out. And the weather is fairly pleasant at the moment. Anyway, I'm going to take you up and show you the dog park before I get back to the cars. And you can see here, we've got a dog sniffing around. And I actually like this because also, you may know, I also have dogs. I take them out a lot with me. So dog-friendly places are really useful, really important in my life. So you can bring your dogs here. You can put them in these dog parks here. We've got two fully fenced off dog parks where they can run around without their lead and they can play. And I really like that. And you can sit there and you drink your coffee. They've planted a lot of trees here, but it's going to take a little while until all the foliage, all the leaves come out, and then they're going to create a lot of shade. It's going to be come out here and you're going to have a lot of shade. And you can see one tree here digging into the dog park, which is also going to provide a lot of shade. You can see here Pet Park A, Pet Park B, and then look at all these dogs running around and playing, although they all look like they're relaxing in the heat. We've got another pet park over there. Man, they put a lot of work into this place. So behind me is Vanapum Airport. In front of me is Bang Nha Dad. There's also a big mall around here as well. And this village that it's on the edge of is absolutely amazing. The work and the size of it. And then here we have Kundan, who I believe has been one of the consultants of this project.
Hello.
Good to see you.
I'm Ten. So this is Das Haus. The idea is it's a car studio, car gathering place. It's kind of like a community hub for cars. That's a start. Obviously, when we sort of like design this, we have the car community in mind. You know, like how we like to enjoy coffee and stand there and look at cars and talk about cars. But you know, with the Thailand weather and all of that, how can we make it sort of like a year-round things? So obviously we have shade areas that you can, you know, stand and sit down, have a coffee and talk about your cars and having friends coming over, meeting. Also we have the inside space, what we call the warehouse. So that's also part of a car studio. So you can actually shoot picture of your car in there. But it also will be sort of like rearranged every week, every month or so. Right now we have a pop-up coffee shop in there with some car that we curated. A lot of classic car from different genre and different countries, you know, classic car from Japan, Germany, Italian. So it's kind of like a soft opening month. So we just kind of like doing a little coffee shop pop up there. But that space will be sort of like changes, and obviously we can rent it out, you know, to do exhibition or whatever, wedding even if you want. And we love dogs, right? So everybody that did this project is the owner of dogs. So we have space for your dog as well. So we have like a 2 dog park, one for small dog, one for big dogs. And also space behind me, once the ground set, is also a parking space as well. So yeah, this is like a community hubs, car studio. You can do rolling shot here. It's a private road. There's no cars here at all. So we can do rolling shot around here as well. You know, just everything for the car guys and more. And we also have a BK Salon restaurant. It's run by Chef Ton. This is a Michelin star chef. So we also have a great food here as well. Yeah, that's it. So enjoy, you know, come. You are welcome to come anytime.
So we can see how close we are to the airport, because you can see here, if I can zoom very quickly in, we've got a plane coming in here to land. And that shows how close we are. Svanapum Airport is that way, Bang Nha Dat is that way, right in the middle. It's a very super convenient location. And then what Kunden said about this lawn being for parking cars on, he wasn't wrong. We've got a Macan here, got a KN there, got an R33 there, we've got 3 Porsches sitting there, and over here we've got 2 Veilside cars. I mean, where do you see 2 Veilside cars in Thailand together? Only occasionally at motor shows if the new importer's got a booth, but here we've got 2 Veilside cars sitting on grass. I've never seen that before, but it is a nice view. So this place is going to be great for taking photos because they look fantastic. I should have brought my dog this morning. That is my first mistake. And this dog is an absolute star model as well. He posed for the car, and I can get him with the R33 in the background perfectly. This Porsche is absolutely perfect for being on the grass. That dog is off pretty fast. While we're looking at the cars, we should also mention there's a lot more pretty interesting ornaments in the trees, and these are all insects and they've been made out of things. We've got what looks like a comb here, and then we've got a motorcycle mudguard and lights off a motorcycle. And again here we've got what looks like an insect with a motorcycle mudguard. We've got the visors of a motorcycle helmet, and here we've got another piece of fairing as well, and a helmet and indicator lights making what looks like a snail. So they put a lot of work and a lot of thinking into all the art and the decorations in this place. And we've got a tree full of even more here. So here's a guy, Stefan, I haven't seen for a long time as well, a car collector, should I say, in Thailand. And this guy here, who I'm really jealous of because he owns the MC20. I was drooling over 5 minutes before. So I think the next thing we need to do is go up and have a look at the roof deck. Now the sun has come up. I really should have done this quite a long time ago, and you can actually see now no one is coming up here at all in the sunlight because Thai people don't do sunlight. So I'm not going to stay here for very long, but we can get a great look at this meet and all these cars looking from a different angle above. It's pretty hard to top that boat tail spider, but here We've got two Imprezas sitting together, STI badge, this one full rally spec and livery. And then next to it, we've got the Impreza wannabe, and it really blends in. And then completing the picture, we've got a BRZ on the end here. So let me just pull you back and you get the whole picture. Two Imprezas, the wannabe, the BRZ, and we shouldn't forget this absolutely crazy swift build, carbon absolutely everything, and a real world rally style wing on the back. But I actually really love this car. It's just everything about it is perfectly detailed. The blue, the gold wheels, the fog light covers, all the aero, all the flicks, even the badging as well. And then this crown is just amazing, sitting down on those wheels running low. That is what Sunday morning in Tokyo is all about. And bang na, we've got a pretty nice red Silvia on white wheels going out. Now we've had an 86 turn up in Greddy colours, and then we can get a better view of this XJ6 running on air and BBS. Here we've got an SL500, all AMG spec'd up, and then we've got a Supra that is full carbon everywhere. You can see these big carbon skirts, the big carbon piece here on the door, carbon adjustable rear wing, and a huge carbon diffuser with a lot of detail going on there. But then we've got another stunning classic Alfa Romeo. And that is beautiful with its hard top, and the interior looks quite original, running on original steel wheels. Going to pull around to the front and show you that car. That is fantastic. That is really what Sunday morning is all about for me. The touring we looked at before is gone, and that light colour really brings out how clean the lines are. And then this is possibly my favourite car of the day. This Mira running on OZ racing wheels, all patina look. I absolutely love that. So it's time to be out of here. It's been a really cool car meet, a great backdrop to show you Das Haus. And this place is just pretty amazing, and it is redefining the whole car culture, the whole car meeting, the whole cars and coffee hangout. Hang out with your cars, check out your cars on a Sunday, or to be honest, any day of the week. So I'm done. And as I always say at this point in my video, if you like my video, please hit the like button for me. And for loads more content like this, please hit the sub for me. But now I need to be out of here. I've got to leave this backdrop behind and head on home. So I'm going to finish on the lawn here with a bunch of Porsches and an R33. So see you next time.